Production, efficiency, quality, and uniformity are all areas where robots shine. Robots, in contrast to human beings, never tire of doing the same task repeatedly. They can perform the same operation over and over again without tiring. In this video, we will showcase 10 uniquely incredible robots you must know. If you don't want to miss any of these incredible innovations, keep watching the video. Number 1. Kawasaki Max. A cheetah will undoubtedly chase after this Japanese robot. The Kawasaki Corporation oversees the project, and local engineers have produced a highly creative robotic goat. They showcased the robot and showed off its usefulness to farmers in various circumstances at the Robot Deck's 2022 International Expo. The robot has 2 modes of locomotion and can carry loads up to about 220 pounds. The wheels are activated on smooth surfaces while the legs are used on terrain with bumps. In either mode, the robot can be controlled manually and move around entirely on its own. Number 2. Titanoboa plus snakeskin robot. Did you know that eons ago, the Titanoboa escaped to what is now Colombia? Titanoboa was serpents that were 43 feet in length and weighed more than 2,205 pounds. But due to extinction, scientists have only been able to learn these details through examining fossils. However, this snake was resurrected as a robot in today's movies. Canadian engineers claim it to be the most prominent robot of its kind. The concept for the robot was first conceived in 2011 and was finally built in 2015. The motors on the 50-foot Titanoboa can generate up to 25 horsepower, and the robot can reach speeds of up to 2.5 miles per hour because of its network of 8 Arduino Mega microcontrollers. A permanent home for the robot is being sought, while its 30-minute battery life is appreciated. Number 3. RoboB. For those who like experimenting with things on their own, this robot wasp could be a great learning experience. This kit will keep kids busy for at least 4 hours with 1,000 parts. In addition to the conventional and light and sound effects equipped models, the assembly difficulty is evaluated at 3 out of 5. The significant materials are iron and copper, and the assembled size is roughly 8 inches on a side. The kit includes a screwdriver, pliers, and 2 different wing and tail components weighing about 2.2 pounds. Putting together the seller adds on your own gives you a feeling of accomplishment and pride. Number 4. StickyBot. You are viewing 2006's most innovative product. According to Time magazine, this robot can scale vertical surfaces. The engineers at Stanford who designed it were inspired by geckos. With the advent of the electron microscope, it became possible to examine the foot of these lizards in incredible detail. It was determined that they are covered with 14,000 C-thigh bristles per square millimeter, the finest bristles known. Geckos can hang with only 1 foot because their grasp is so firm. The strands are 5 times thinner than human hair, and their fundamental advantage is that they use less energy than suction cups and adhesives. The robot can already traverse wood, painted metal, and glass. It may be helpful to builders, rescue personnel, and researchers globally in the future. Number 5. Festo AQUAPENGUIN. Local engineers constructed this mechanical penguin in Hanover and weighs 21.2 pounds. It is equipped with an autonomous navigation system and can swim autonomously alone or in a group. It is driven by an electric motor and a 15 amp-hour batteries, allowing it to accelerate up to 3.1 miles per hour and stay submerged for up to 7 hours. The flexible torso structure was made possible by the fin braid technology, which was inspired by fish fins. Penguins are experts at surviving in the icy waters of Antarctica. Their structure permits them to use less energy when swimming. Engineers remind us that robot penguins with diverse equipment can complete even the most challenging jobs. Number 6. MX Phoenix Hexapod plus Harvard ARTHROBOTS. The designer claims that this hexapod robot structure is similar to a spider's and weighs 10.4 pounds. In particular, the author developed the motion algorithm and a significant fraction of the components. The creator spared no detail, posting detailed instructions and a wealth of photographs to zentersrobots.com so that anyone with a desire may replicate his work in their own garage. When asked for suggestions, one reader wrote Alien and asked for a 9.3 miles per hour, 6-foot-tall variant. Number 7. Robot Rat SQURO. The developments in China are no less intriguing. Observe these robot rats. This is a fantastic method for locating individuals undertaking inspections of difficult-to-reach regions and other similar operations beneath the rubble. This version weighed around 7.8 ounces and was developed after thoroughly examining X-ray images of real rats. It has passed several tests, including transporting approximately 7 ounces of freight over a slope of up to 20 degrees. The robot rat can right itself after a fall, bending its body, squatting, climbing over obstacles, and crawling. The engineers are interested in commercializing their innovation. For instance, they intend to design a model with sensors for checking pipelines. Number 8. MIT Mini Cheetah. However, the advancements in this field appear to be somewhat different thus far. On the screen is a project from MIT in which a robot cheetah can run at 25.1 miles per hour. The robot is still much slower than a real cheetah, but it has an advantage. Self-teaching and simple to repair, the assembling procedure resembles playing with Lego blocks. Explain to the designers that it is simpler to undertake all types of international research. Number 9. Snakeskin Robot. Venomous snakes have piqued the curiosity of American scientists. The artificial skin of this snake-like robot, developed at Harvard, is its most impressive feature. The skin is fed air as it is stretched, and the scales stick to the surface, allowing the robot to move forward. The engineers claim that the Japanese art of kirigami served as inspiration for their work. In kirigami, scissors are used, and the emphasis is placed on cuts rather than falls. In order to maximize the duration of their movements, Americans have chosen trapezoidal incisions after considering a number of options. They envision numerous applications for their robot. One such application could be with international rescue organizations. Number 10. MIT Robo Tuna. Why reinvent the wheel when Mother Nature has already accomplished everything? This robotic fish, designed after the Pacific bluefin tuna, is the perfect illustration. The prototype successfully swam at a depth of approximately 40 feet for about 40 minutes, definitely navigating the currents and shooting photographs. The Robo Tuna project will assist in creating solutions for tiny robotic submarines. They are required to locate toxins, map the seafloor and topography, and do other duties. Engineers currently experience power issues because batteries deplete too quickly, so they decided to solve the problem from a different perspective and create better housing. According to the engineers, the robot is an experimental device with many functions. And that completes our video for today. We hope you enjoyed learning the 10 uniquely incredible robots you must know. Which of them are you most excited about? Tell us in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content such as this.